Hey, my love buttons. This is Bella Dutch from Allseeingeyetarot, as well as my second channel, The Bella Dutch. Now, hopefully, right? Hopefully, this message gets to a lot of people, and hopefully, you are not deterred by the message that I put up top, okay? But God always says, my sheep know my voice. So hopefully, I'm going to answer a lot of your questions that you may be praying about, those spiritual leaders that are out there, tarot readers, okay? You know I did that. It's no shade, okay? Tarot readers, spiritual healers, all over the world, okay? Now, I told you I want to say about 3 months ago, I had told you that something was happening on YouTube. And I told you that they were suppressing my views. Also, they were killing off my subscriber feed, okay? Because you guys know I was up there really, really high, okay? And now it's like down to like, I don't know, 37,000, maybe even 36,000. I don't even look anymore, okay? Because at the end of the day, I'm a prophet first, okay? That's my first job. Before there was a YouTube, before there was a social media, I was always a prophet, okay? All right, so listen to this, and I need you to listen because this is very, very, very critical. It's very important. You're going to get 2 messages in this video. But for protection purposes, I had to put your message in here so that you would get it, okay? So, for those of you just looking to find out if your boyfriend's going to call, whatever, it's probably in the video for you, okay? I want to speak to divine healers all over the world, okay? We're moving in the last days, guys, all right? And God says in the Bible, in the last days, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. So, I always tell you, never sit there and idolize me. Never sit there and idolize anyone on YouTube. Okay, or just anybody, your local bishop, your local church, whatever. Just never idolize anyone, okay? And if you've been doing things a certain way, if you're used to God coming up a certain avenue, and these days you're going to have to learn how to be flexible. All right? Okay, you're going to have to learn how to be flexible, and you're going to have to learn how to spot God in the most extraordinary places that you would never even think he would come in, okay? Because something is definitely happening. We are about to go through something very detrimental, okay, all over the world. I have not left you, but as I told you, I am a prophet first. So when you see me disappear, all you have to do is pray for me, okay? Because rest assured, I am spending time with God, all right? I can't lead you if I don't know what's going on, okay? Now, I'm going to focus on, I'm trying to figure out, I'm shaking, okay? Look at me, I'm shaking. I'm so nervous because I have never got a call this strong. I have never been, in all the years I've been on YouTube, I've been here, 8 years? I have never been tasked to deliver such a prominent message, such a deadline, I'll call it, okay? Now, I knew this since yesterday, which was the 13th, okay? But I was in so much pain yesterday. When I tell you I was in pain, the enemy did not want this message to get out, okay? I'm talking about I couldn't hold my head up, pain, okay? But then I look at the date, and today is March the 14th. And the deadline date is July the 14th. Now, who are you talking to, Bella? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay? That's who I'm talking to. Okay? Divine partnerships. Okay? So I'm talking about twin flame. I'm talking about life partnerships. I'm talking about relationships that make no sense, absolutely no sense, because maybe it's never been a relationship. So you don't even know how to explain it. And when you explain it, maybe some of you even shut up because you've been going through it for so long, you just shut up. And it's like, you know, I don't even want to talk about it no more because you're not even going to understand, you know, what's going on with me and this person. Okay? But I am talking about, you know that you know that you know that this person is your divine partner, twin flame. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this and just bear with me, okay? Because I'm real nervous and I'm trying to work up the nerve to say this, okay? At the same time, I'm worried that this message is going to get through, whether it's going to get through or not, okay? Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you what just happened. I paused the video and I said, God, I got to scratch this. This sounds all over the place. I'm shaky. I'm nervous. Like, this is not what's going on. You know, why can't I get in the spirit? Why can't I resonate at a higher vibration? Because I need to deliver this message. And God said, I want it to be exactly like that. You have never edited. You always ramble. But those that need to hear the message will know that you're on to something. Okay? So I said, okay. Because I'm looking at the time. I said, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I ain't really said nothing for real, you know? Time is an illusion. All right? If I'm getting on your nerves, if you're like, hurry up, Bella, what's going on? Get to the point. Then you should click off. Okay? Because this is not your message. All right? But for those of you that need a word and you need to understand what is happening right now, I'm going to drop some very important information in this video. Okay? I'm going to confirm for a lot of you. Excuse me. I'm going to confirm for a lot of you. Prophets all over the world. Something's going on. And you have been having dreams. You have been getting this inkling to move, okay? Towards the southwestern corridor, okay? Corridor. Southwestern corridor. So if you look at the map, it'll be in the area of Texas, Louisiana, Arizona, okay? Southwestern corridor, all right? Now, I'm not telling those of you that's not having that dream to get up and move. No, I'm not, okay? But those of you that have been dreaming like crazy, and it's not everybody, because most of the times people can't even remember what they're dreaming, okay? But for God's end-time warriors, all right, the ones that are supposed to be around because something big is about to happen, you're getting an urge, you're getting a kick to move towards the southwestern corridor. I could even say south central, but the bottom, okay? Now, that may be all you know right now. I'm just having this dream. I don't know. I got this urge. I want to move to Texas. I want to move to Louisiana. I want to move. Some of you are already there. Some of you just recently moved, okay? Within the past 90 days, all right? You're already there, okay? There's a reason for that. Now, I'm on my way. I've heard the call, and I know I'm supposed to be based in Texas. I know that. I've always known that. I was supposed to go to Texas, okay? However, the much is given, much is required. I am the type of individual that follows God's every word, okay? Because since a little girl, I have been trained in the spirit, okay, to lean not on my own understanding, but lean on everything that the Lord tells me. It was always my food. It was always my my book, my manual to living, okay? Now, pay attention. Don't get lost. This ain't about me. In the last days, I'll pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Okay? So, don't think that this is another thing where I'm just going to go in and talking about me. I am going to talk about me. But my sheep know my voice. Okay? All right, so, I want to say since COVID-19, okay? I'll use COVID-19. The business side of Allseeingeyetarot has gotten almost impossible to live with. Okay? Sales. I noticed the sales started dropping after I did the Nipsey Hussle video. Okay? You guys know about the Nipsey Hussle video if you've been with me for a while. But that's when the sales really started dropping and they started to decrease my subscriber count. Okay? I started noticing it then. So, when I started to see the views drop so low, I got discouraged. And I'm like, Lord, come on now. You know, you gave me the power of influence and affluence. Why is the views so low? Like, I'm not reaching anyone. Okay? But God told me back then that I just need you to be obedient, Bella. I don't want you to question. This is a moment where I just need you to be obedient. Okay? Obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice, okay? I'm going to say that to you. I'm going to say that to you because you are going to see some very big YouTubers begin to decrease, okay? Begin to decline, all right? Significantly. And there's a reason for this. I don't want you to get discouraged and I don't want you to lose your head, okay? The reason this is going to happen is so that some of the teachers or like the four horsemen can rise up, okay? And they could be able, it's sort of like, I want you to imagine building a stage, all right? So these people that stand at the top normally would get their messages out. They usually have a bigger subscriber feed, maybe up into the millions, okay? But they don't really go deep. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, their messages are not really deep. Their messages are sort of mundane, all right? And it's okay. It doesn't mean that they're insignificant at all, okay? Because these people did exactly what they were supposed to do, which was, you know, work from their level of experience, okay? But I'm telling you this because I don't want you to become afraid when you see this, all right? A lot of you that are big, I mean, really big readers that you know, have a huge affluence to the population, meaning that they have more territory and they're able to speak messages and bigger people on a, you know, on a higher level are able to see these messages. They're going to start to trickle down, all right? Now, the reason I'm speaking about this is because if you were not raised in poverty, if you were not raised in nothingness, then it's a very big drop from the top. You know, like, for instance, what I'm saying is, if you are a millionaire, okay, let's say you're a millionaire, all right? And then all of a sudden, some new person hit the scene, and then now you have to drop to being a thousandaire, and thousandaire goes down to hundredaire. That can get very, very depressing, okay? Because you don't know how to work in the means of nothingness, because maybe you've been on top for a long time, okay? So you're not used to making lemonade out of lemons, Okay? But the true end time warrior, okay, have been trained since birth. They have been living and working with absolutely nothing since they were little. Okay? So they know when the sales drop off, they're still there. Okay? When there's no money being made, they're still there. Okay? Because they're not used to having a huge allowance or large sums of money, basically, is what I'm saying. Okay? Now, why are you saying this, Bella? Because I'm trying to get you prepared. If you are big and you are on the top and you're used to making a certain coin, okay, maybe you make six figures every month, okay, and all of a sudden it's trickling down and it's like five figures and it's like four figures and it's like three figures and it's like, wait a minute, it's over for me. Okay, so these people are going to want to self-destruct, but I'm telling you not to do that because we got you. We got you. Meaning the smaller ones that are about to grow and move, okay, we're end time warriors. All right. So we've already been trained for this. We've been trained to make it through with absolutely nothing. All right. These are God's faithful ones. All right. When you were growing up in church, you would always hear, most people would go by your status or what you have to validate how much God power you have in your life. Okay? Like, if you have a big influence, if you can speak words and it literally changes people's lives, you should be extremely rich. You should be able to, live in $1 million house, $250,000 house, whatever. Okay? People would expect that from divine people. But I'm going to tell you something. The truth of the matter is, people that are extremely powerful, extremely blessed, are not the ones on top. Okay? The ones that are extremely powerful and blessed are the ones that have been suppressed since birth, always had a rough life, always had a hard time. Which makes a lot of sense, because if I was God and I had something big, a big fight about to, go down, later on in life, like when a person gets 40, 50 years old, I would not give that person everything. I wouldn't baby feed them everything, because then they wouldn't know what to do when disruption hits. Okay? Instead, I would always raise that child in a difficult obstacle course, so that when it got bad, they knew how to go into a warrior within them. Okay? Now, you remember how the saying goes in the Bible, the tail should become the head, or the tail should rise up and eat the head. Okay? Meaning that, those at the bottom is going to rise up and take the positions of those at the top. It's all over your Bible. Parables everywhere. Okay? We heard about it, but not many people have seen it. Okay? And it's because most of the people, that read it or preach about it has never been in a position where they had to actually walk it like they talk it. Okay? So these people that are on top, that have always had it sort of easy, okay? It's just going to get really hard for you, all right? And it's nothing personal. I need you to know this, all right? I don't want to ramble on. I'm trying to get to my message, because this is not even the blunt of my message. It's going to get very difficult. I'm warning you that it's going to get difficult. It has already gotten difficult for those of you that are mid-tier or low. It already has gotten into the point where you're just living off of a miracle and a prayer, okay? But it's a big drop when you're already at the top. All right. It's a big drop. It's a big drop when you're already making six figures and then you have to decrease. Okay. My saying is, I hope that they were smart enough to invest in sustainability, meaning that I hope that they were smart enough to invest in the things that they're going to need, because these times are about to come. Oh, Jesus. I told you I'm shaking. Linda. Let me tell you something. The world as you know it is about to change, okay? We've heard about these wars for a very long time. And most people have thought it to be, oh, that ain't gonna happen. You know, it always goes like this. It's always a roller coaster, up, down, up, down. Listen, Linda, the very reason that you are getting awoke in the middle of the night, you keep waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Some of you can't even fall asleep. Okay, God literally has to drug me to put me to sleep. Seriously, because I will stay up all day for days on end. No food, nothing, just stay up, waiting on God, waiting on my next message, because I'm ready to take off. Like, I have this fire in me where I'm like, okay, Lord, I've been training for this all my life, you know? Sort of like Hunger Games. You know, you've been training for this for years, and it's like, all right, I'm ready to take off. I know exactly where I got to get to, you know? But the message in its entirety has not come fully, because it is not yet time. Okay? It's not yet time. However, I am giving you this message because I want you, those of you that are dreaming, to get to the southwestern quarter, to get to the south central, okay, to stay away from the water, okay, and to move more inland. Answer the call, right? If you have the finances to do so, do it, all right? You're not tripping. It's not just another prophetic dream that you've been dreaming forever, all right? This is a call, all right? People all over the world are waking up, are getting these messages that are getting directions to do crazy things that seem unreasonable. Okay. Now, outside of that, if you've been with me for the 8 years that I've been here, I have ruffled a lot of feathers. And I ruffled a lot of feathers because not only do I speak the truth, and I've always been authentic, but I would shatter the illusions that a lot of these so-called readers, okay, wet behind the ear babies, you know, people that play with these cards and really don't understand it, okay, see these messages and just read what the book then taught them or some shit. You know, they are responsible for misleading a lot of you out there. And if, you know, a lot of people say they have the gift of discernment, but if you have been swept up in the New World Order, I'm going to call it the New World Order, because if you look around, everything is different right now. Everything is, what's being pushed, the narrative now on the world is like things that were never acceptable are now acceptable. You know, they're pushing things on your children. You got to monitor what your little kids are watching. You know, it's really, really sad times right now. But along with being corrupted in terms of media period, you know, the prince of the air, okay, any avenue that the prince of the air can move through, God is always 10 steps ahead of us. Okay, so I feel sorry for any of you that have looked at tarot readings, looked at people that use crystals and called it the devil. I feel sorry for you, because that means that you don't have much knowledge. And when this famine comes, okay, this end time war comes, you're going to be misled and probably perish. Okay, if you haven't attached yourself to the callings that are inside of your intuition, meaning that you're used to God coming up one avenue, all right? You're used to just getting your messages from church. You're used to only watching the preachers on TV, or, you know what I'm saying, only going to your church around the corner, and think that God doesn't have the ability to move through everything. You're going to be misled, okay? You're going to be misled. In the beginning of this message, I told you that do not get used to, if you're used to God coming up a certain avenue, you're going to have to be very flexible and understand that God is the all, meaning that he owns everything, okay? So the same way that the enemy could be smart savvy, so is God. Okay, so for years I have heard, and I've even shared with you guys my concerns on using tarot cards, especially when I did not come from that. I came from the church. All right, but I shared with you how hard it was for me to pick up these cards and begin to use it as a means for you guys to see. You know, even me, I have been touched to do a lot of messages that just was mundane. It's always been mundane to me, you know, to be honest with you. You know, mundane, you know. Is he going to call me this week? Are we going to break up? Who's getting pregnant? You know, little dumb shit like that. But stuff that I can care less about because that's perishable. All right? That shit's going to perish. All right? And you're going to need the real meat and potatoes in order to make it. I'm saying all that. I didn't lose my point. My point I'm coming up is those of you that are heavily influenced, that have been led, people that, the type of people I'm trying to target and help you to understand is the people that never want to hear anything bad. They never want to hear anything bad. They only want to hear good things. And as soon as you start to say something that is against what they want to happen, those people click off immediately. Shame on you, okay, for not abiding and trusting your own intuition, okay, because God has always been there. In the last days I'll pour out my spirit upon all flesh. That means everybody, okay? So don't just judge a book by its cover, all right? Even something that you may think is the enemy, okay, could be the light of God coming through in that person. Real story, I'm gonna give you this real quick and then I'm gonna move on to what I'm trying to say. Krishan Rock. God had me watching Krishan Rock and Blueface, okay, for about 2 months, 3 months. You guys know I'm a heavy troll, so I'm on everybody's comment boards. I am always Bella's with the shits. You know me. I'm a spiritual gangster. I'm coming out of the streets. I'm searching the highways and byways because prophecy is not my only gift, okay? I also have leadership. I'm also a spirit guide to a lot of babies out here. Okay, so I constantly have to be protecting them, and in order to be able to protect them, I have to make sure that I'm aware of everything that's going on. Okay, so when I'm not here on Allseeingeyetarot, when I'm not on the Bella Dutch, I am trolling heavy. Okay, watching the streets, watching, you know, what they're coming up on. God taught me how to do that at a very young age. Okay, so I'm a heavy troll. I guess that's what y'all call it, trolling shit. But I mean, I do it. All right. Krishan Rock absolutely disgust me. All right, disgust me. I mean, with the way she would act, the way she would let Blueface embarrass her. I mean, the things that she would put on TV. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is how you know I'm an authentic person to the core. Cause you know me, y'all. Listen, I tell it like it is. Look, I'm gonna give it to you so you ain't gotta find it. All right. I can't be the one to judge and not willing to lay myself on the altar and get slain. Okay. God said to me, Bella, you're jealous of Krishan. I had to swing my neck around. Excuse me, Lord. And God said to me, you are jealous of Krishan Rock. And I said, Lord, I ain't never been known to be jealous of anything. Anything that she has, I can create. You know, I'm a very powerful being when it comes to the mind. You know, you gave me the power of influence and affluence. So therefore, I can say something and change it to whatever I want. God said, I'm not saying that. Listen to what I'm telling you. And I said, all right, Lord, you know, I had to go like a child in front of God because this is also the time that I have been being chastened by God, heavier than I've ever been chastened. God said, Bella, you are jealous of Krishan Rock because she carries something that you blame me for not giving you. This is the realest shit in the world, for real, honestly. Like, I went on some of the things that she recently popped up on, and I apologized publicly because I know I said some things like, you are disgusting. Is that girl retarded? Like, you know, I know I said some mean things about her. Okay, and yesterday when God dealt with me, I felt so bad. And I mean, I broke down and I was like, why did I do that? And God said, Bella, you've been walking with me for a very long time. And you've given up a lot of your love life. I don't have a lot of destruction in my life, you know. You know how people say, what are your secrets? You know, I always, okay, this is my secret. Maybe a part of me is a little bit upset with God, okay? Because I was always sheltered my whole life, okay? Because I have a tendency to, I am wayward, y'all. Like, let's just say it for what it is. Listen, Linda, I am wayward. When I say wayward, I'm thinking about all of the power that is in me, okay? And the gifts that God has let me govern. And I'm thinking too, if God would have just let me be myself without his foot on my neck constantly, I probably would have screwed and fucked up a lot of shit out here. No, for real, y'all. Like, I swear, I'm not lying to you, okay? I probably would have screwed a lot of things up out here because I have power in me, like, constantly. Like, Mars energy. Like, I just want to, I'm a warrior first, all right? I'm a prophet first, probably a warrior second, okay? And I learned to be that way because of the intense training that God gave me. But I lack something. I lack something that Krishan Rock has over top of me and the majority of the world right now. And I had to face that. Because when I sat with my father yesterday, I said, what is it that I'm jealous of? And God said, you're jealous that she loves with her entire self. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine God raising you from birth? I'm 40 years old. I'll be 41 this year. Okay, I am 40 years old. God raised me from birth. There's a lot of people that will say that they're a holy roller, they with God or whatever, but I'm talking about, I'm talking about, listen, I'm not here to question your walk, but I'm talking about, it is not, let me back away from that because that's too filled with ego. I will say that I have had to trust and obey God in some very, very detrimental places and times, to where if I would have made the wrong decision within seconds, my life could be over. Okay, literally. I understand why God put lupus on me. I understand why sometimes I'm so sick I can't even move. I understand that because I have a rage inside of me that can burn shit down, Linda. I mean down, okay? It used to be so bad to where I think about myself now this year in 2023, and I think about myself back when the spiritual awakening happened in 2014, because it started in 2014. I did not have the same power that I gained from 2014 on up to now. And if I was thin-skinned, because I get a lot of people that come at me, all right, and come at other people, you know, come at, you know, people that are around in this world that maybe I have the authority to control things in their life. And I want you to try to imagine having a gift that is so dangerous to where if you got into an argument with your friend, okay, imagine you're on the phone with your friend and your friend says something out of their mouth that really hurts your feelings, really starts to plug on those emotion strings, pull on it, make you angry. Imagine when you think mean, everything in her life fall apart. Imagine that. Now do understand that that's what Bella has, okay? So, with having that, and I've made a lot of mistakes growing, okay? I made a lot of mistakes, meaning that I have gotten angry at some people where I literally, I call it Freddy Krueger. All right. So if you guys are on my Facebook and you hear me say Fred Krueger, okay, usually I call it Freddy because I'm able to move in the spirit. Okay. I don't have to be where you're at. I don't have to talk to you on the phone. I can literally think it, and it's quite destructive. Okay. So in order to have that kind of power, now, why did you get that power, Bella? All right. I'm just trying to show you the things that God has given me. Okay. In place of riches, in place of great wealth. All right. How did I get that power? I got that power from always giving God what he asked of me. Always. Okay. If I was in a relationship with someone and God said, I want that, give it to me, I would always give it and wouldn't question it. When God washes its face from a situation, so do I. I'm on to the next. I don't ponder. All right. Now, everybody's different because there's a lot of prophets out there that are tied to the prophecy, meaning that when you have to deliver a message, it bothers you. There's so many people that don't use their gifts because they're afraid of, well, if somebody said it to me, I wouldn't be able to handle it. Okay. And so you worry, you're tied to the message, or you're tied to the effects that it happens in other people's lives. All right. What are you talking about, Bella? I'm trying to explain to you. I'm still on a point. I'm trying to explain to you the issue with Krishan Rock, the issue I had with Krishan Rock. Okay. And how it didn't make it right, but I'm trying to help you to understand how it even got to that point. Okay. I had great responsibilities on me. Okay. I would have to walk up to little strangers walking around in the streets. Okay. And literally, I would see something on them. I never met this person a day in my life. And I would have to break down messages that would have got the average person slapped or punched. You don't know me, bitch. What you mean my husband raping my kid? Like crazy shit. Listen, man, I'm not bragging because this shit, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's difficult. I would have to do those things. So I had learned how to suppress my emotions, okay? And to not be involved in the message. I learned that. So in doing that, it shut down parts of me that Krishan has. Okay? For instance, the way she loves Blueface. Do you know I love Alpha with that much intensity? But I wouldn't dare destroy myself publicly for him. You know how I always say, you were thinking it, but she said it. Listen, I'm thinking it, but Krishan did it. Okay? Like, for real. Like, I love Alpha to the point where I would destroy myself if it required. And I have. There's a lot of things you guys don't know about my journey. A lot of things that I have not talked about, haven't told you about, because that's my vulnerability. Those are my vulnerabilities that make me come undone. But why is that important? Listen, let me tell you something. If you know anything about me, Linda, maybe you have not had the money to reach out to me and get a personal reading. Okay? Maybe you have never talked to me on the phone. So this conversation is going to bore you. But if you know anything about me, then you know that I don't never ramble on redundantly. I only speak of what's to come. Okay? I speak through an experience I have had. It's either you're going to experience it, you're going to experience, you're in that situation right now, okay? Or this is something that God wants you to do away with for the next part of your journey, all right? So why are you telling me this? I'm telling you this because I still haven't got to my message. Now, I want to say publicly, I don't know if you'll ever get this video, Krishan Rock. I truly, truly apologize from the core of from the depths of my soul. Because, baby, you have taught so many people around the world what real love looks like. And that's a gift within itself, to become the sacrificial lamb in front of the world. Could you imagine loving so deeply to where you don't care what image people paint on you? That's the type of love that Jesus Christ had for God. And that's why God chose Jesus Christ to die on the cross for his sins. That's undeniable. You know, and you may say, well, Bella, Blueface is not Jesus Christ, okay? Or Blueface is not God. I know that. What I'm saying to you is, that baby has a gift. That is a gift. Do you realize that when I first started my twin flame journey, back in 2011, 2010, God said something to me, and he told me, never forget this. He said, Bella, I need you to understand this. All there is love. All there will ever be is love. And love is the greatest feeling you could ever feel. God told me that years ago in my little 20-something-year-old mind at the time. Okay, and I think at the time I was afraid of Alpha, because if you have not heard my journey, you don't know. Alpha is, there's a reason I call him Alpha. If I like you, you'll get a nickname. Okay, and a nickname is not in vain. I'm usually picking that nickname because that's how your soul speaks, or that's your attitude, or, you know, Alpha is not his name, but he moves so king-like. He's so responsible for the woman I am today that I cherish that man. Okay, I cherish him because he, Linda, I cannot wait to get this man in front of you so he could tell you who I was, okay? Back in 2010, 2011. He will tell you, Bella, Linda, what? That little pretty bitch? I was bougie back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on some, listen, you got a couple dollars, I'm gonna hook up with you, I'm gonna fuck the shit out you, and I'm off to the next, because I know you ain't gonna wife me. You a millionaire. That's the type of mind state I had towards him, okay? And every time I would talk to him, he's like, communication is the most important thing. And, you know, like as if he was trying to get emotion out of me. Like he was trying to get me to open up. He was trying to get Krishan Rock out of me. He knew it was there. I didn't know it was there, but he knew it was there. And I wasn't no spring chicken. I had already been married by then. You see what I'm saying? Like, God said to me yesterday, you need to apologize to that baby, and you need to realize that that little girl changed your life forever, because that's the only thing you were missing. My power with Krishan Rock's ability to love and be herself, Linda, that is the antidote of the world. Like, listen, it took me 40 years to realize the ultimate gift, which is love. 40 years to realize how important it was, and I despised it when I first seen it. Oh no, never, never, Linda. Okay, because I always wanted to fight. I always wanted to, you know, listen, I'm with the shits. When I tell you I'm with the shit, I'm with the shits, okay? Anybody that know me know I'm with the shits, all right? But I'm not with the love. That's the one thing that's missing out of me, okay? So anybody that wanted to befriend me on YouTube, I made one friend on YouTube. Well, I made one friend on YouTube. The other one, you know what happened with that. If you don't know, then go back in my history. I don't delete shit, okay? But I made one friend on YouTube. I don't let too many people close to me at all. At all. Okay? And The reason I don't let people close to me is because I don't want to feel. Because when I feel, shit happens. All right? Whether that's good or bad. Literally. Okay? So this is the reason as to why I would never do, you know, everybody wanted me to do daily readings and shit like that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that because I'm not like all the other readers. I cannot give a reading. I cannot lie. Okay? So that means that I can't say something out of my mouth that doesn't happen. You understand that? And I told you, I taught you a long time ago that energy takes a while to change. Sometimes you could be stuck in the same energy for years. All right? So all the shit that people's telling you, you know, every day they're making up shit. Oh, he loves you today. Oh, no, you know what? He wants to break up with you tomorrow. Oh, you know what? He's off to the next girlfriend the next. I mean, that's bullshit. They're lying to you. They're lying. And I never sold out like that. I never was able to sell out like that. Never. Hell no. 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 I can't do that. Because I can't speak something that does not come to pass. All right? Now, why are you telling us that, okay, Bella, we've been with you 45 minutes. Get to the point, bitch. You ready for the point? Are y'all ready for the point? Now, you heard me ramble on about Krishan Rock. I love you, leading lady. And I know that right now, Krishan, you might not understand what's going on in your life. But here's a message from Bella Dutch. Just live through it. I know it seems confusing because you're like, well, what am I supposed to do with it? I don't know. This is stupid. I don't understand it. And you're not supposed to understand it. You're just supposed to show us what love looks like, Chris. That's it. Just show us what love looks like, because a lot of old bitches. You want to know why Carlissa's mad? I'm telling you. Okay, Carlissa, which is Blueface's mama, his sister, and all the above, why these old bitches is mad at you. I'm telling you why. They're mad at you because you have cracked into the world's greatest gift, love. And so many of us feel it, but we're pussy. Okay? Pussy. What do you mean by pussy? You feel it like that, but you are afraid to lose everything over it. You're afraid of it. That's why she's going to keep winning. Okay? Because she does not care what you think. She loves from every part of her being. She cries. She feels everything. That is a powerful little girl. I told Krishan Rock on somebody's comment board, I said, when a student is ready, the teacher will appear. There's a reason I said that to her, because I want to go at her. I do. I want to go at her and give her flowers. But God said, not now. Not now, because I know you. And when that little girl breaks down in front of you, you're going to get to telling her everything about her journey. And I don't need that right now. She's still working for me. She's still changing women's lives all over the world. So not now, Bella. I'm not going to send her nowhere near you. I respect that. But I just want to tell you, if you guys talk to Krishan Rock, just say Bella Dutch says to you about your journey with Blueface. Just live through it. That's it. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to change nothing. You ain't got to understand anything. Just live through it. And thank you for putting back into this planet what the majority of the world is afraid to do. Love with their entire self. Tell her that came from Bella Dutch. All right. All right, guys. Last but not least, the message. Okay, so I said all that to say this. Now, for those of you that like to timestamp, I would prefer you don't timestamp this. But for those people that are pressed for time, go ahead and timestamp it. Because if they missed everything I just said before I said this, then they already missed the journey. But if you've been with me the entire time, I said all that to say this. This message is titled Deadliest Catch. You've been served. Do you remember the zodiac signs I gave at the very beginning of the video? Leo, SAG, Aries, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Twin flames. Life partners. Okay, what about that, Bella? Well, if you have been with me on my journey, which some of you that are real twin flames, you have. So you can't be fooled with the okey doke, okay? These people misguiding you, leading you, telling you your fucking last ex-boyfriend is your twin flame. I'm going to say this one time. The thing that makes it twin flame is because it is not in the physical realm, okay? Meaning that you have not been with this person. Okay? If you've been with this person, it is no longer a twin flame. Even me, and you guys know I'm on a twin flame journey. When me and Alpha comes together, I will no longer call it a twin flame because it is not twin flame. The thing that makes the title twin flame is because as above, so below, meaning that it is still in its spiritual form. When a twin flame gets into union, if you ever make it long enough to actually make it into union, and not a lot of people will, because everybody wants everything real fast. Hence, why some of you fast forward the video. You didn't listen to the important key points, okay? Because it was a map. You didn't listen to the important key points that's scattered all throughout the video. Okay? Therefore, you won't make it into union. I talked to you about the dreams. Those of you that are getting the call to move to the southwestern corridors, south central corridors, away from the waters. I talked to you about Krishan Rock and her contribution to the world. And now I'm going to talk to you about the deadline. Today is March 14th, 2023. I shook when I wrote this, okay? I shook when God told me I had to deliver this to you guys because I'm included, okay? It's one thing to give a message, you know, when it's not connected to you. But it's another thing when God puts the spotlight on you and he says, I'm going to lay you out and I'm going to use you as the sacrificial lamb, which is what Krishan Rock is to the world right now, okay? Meaning that everybody, after you do this video, is going to now watch you and see if you make it into union. If you get to July the 14th, 2023, and you are not in union, you better hear me. Throw it away. If you get to July of the 14th of the 2023, that's 4 months from now, and you are not in union, God said, don't you ever ask me for that person ever again. It's over. That's the deadline. July 14th, 2023. Now, how did you come up with that, Bella? Okay, for the last 2 days. Anybody that's a real twin flame, we know that we don't dream of this twin flame every day. In the course of, how many years it's been? 12 years for me and Alpha? In the course of 12, 13 years, we're going on our 13th year. Maybe it's the 14th year. I don't know. I lost count. I think it's the 14th year. You don't get dreams about this person. You cannot manipulate twin flame. You cannot just have a crush on somebody and make it a twin flame. It's not possible, okay? It's like the GPS system. At very critical points in your life, you're going to have dreams of this person. In these dreams, it's going to be a map of telling you where you stand with this individual, okay? Now, it may look a little something like this. You have a dream. You're at a bus station. You're waiting for your twin flame to get there. You look down, you got on pajamas. Oh my God, I'm not dressed. Why did I leave the house like this? I'm not dressed. Okay? That's a prophetic dream to let you know that you're not ready. All right? Back to back. March the 11th, and March the 12th, I had a dream on my twin flame, back to back. I'm not going to share that dream with you because that's not important, because everybody's divine union is different. But the thing that stuck out to me was that second dream. It had a phone number. And when I broke this phone number down, forward and backward, it read 714. Okay? I'm like, okay, Lord, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Jesus. Why is it 714? What is that about? Now, I lay the cards. When I lay the cards and I look at it for myself, I got the Wheel of Fortune. I got the Sun card. I got the Ten of Pentacles. I got the Tower. I mean, this shit look drastic. Like, hold up, Linda, what? Wait a minute. So I'm talking to God. I'm like, okay, so what are you telling me? Are you telling me that I'm going to come together with my twin flame on this date? What are you saying to me? I couldn't get this message right away because remember, this dream came the 11th and the 12th of March. God said, wait, there's more. You'll get it. It's not yet time. Now, a lot of people need a reference. So I'm going to give you this reference because this is what God gave me. Yesterday morning, I sat at this table and I was going to deliver this message. And pain befell me to where it was like, no, it's not time for that. It's set up for an appointed time. And you need to deliver it on that specific time. So I was in bed all day yesterday. I didn't even get to my personals. I was when I say I was messed up, I was messed up. Okay? Anyway, as I'm sitting here and I'm writing this number down and I see 714, 7 equals 14. No matter which way I turned this, back, forward and backwards, it was 714. So I said, Lord, what does this mean? God, throughout the scripture. Revelations, chapter 7, verse 7 through 14. Okay? That's the first one he threw out. And I said, okay, I wrote it, and I read it, and it was from the tribe of Zebulun, and from the tribe of da-da-da, and from the tribe of Simeon, and 12,000 from this, and 12,000 from that. I didn't understand it. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Okay, Lord, what? God said, I'm serving notice on all of my twins from those tribes. Now, you might say, well, Bella, I heard the call. I too got it, but I'm not a Leo or a water sign, a Cancer or a Pisces. That's not my zodiac sign. Screw the zodiac sign. Only you know your journey. This is why it was important for you to pay attention to the whole video. Okay? Because by this point, God is already talking to you saying, I'm talking to you. Revelations chapter 7, verses 7 through 14. And the second chapter he gave me is Matthew chapter 7, verses 7 through 14. That was it. Now let me tell you something. After I wrote that down, I'm laying in the bed and I'm like, Lord, I don't understand it, but I keep getting this feeling like I have to hurry up. Something's wrong. God said, Bella, if you have already made it to that date and you are not in union, don't come in front of me about this twin flame no more. Because let me tell you something about twin flames, and I'm going to talk about real twin flames for a second. When you're really a twin flame and you have walked, which will be my 14th year. It's not going to be my 14th year, Linda, because I'm going to fucking make it, okay? Any means necessary. I'm going to make it. But after, okay. I need to tell you this, okay? Because that sounds so easy to do. Okay, wait a minute, Bella. What you mean? Okay, all right, I got to make it into union by 7/14. So what does that mean? Do I call them? Do I do that? Listen, let me tell you something. Those people that I'm talking to that are real twins, that has been served, When you come from those 12,000 of those tribes, okay, that's mentioned in Revelations, there's going to be a fear that befalls you. A fear. See, real twin flames, it doesn't feel like, all right, let me call him up. Let me hit him up on his text message. And hell no. Listen, Linda, if you feeling like that, this person ain't your twin flame, okay? I have been walking for a very long time. But the part that I never talk about is when it gets close to the journey, the fear that befalls me. The fear of not being good enough. The fear of, oh my God, what if I gave up all these years and then it just all falls apart in front of everybody? The fear of, Lord, you did this in front of everybody and everybody is expecting me not to feel like this. Like, the fear. Nobody talks about the fear. I gave you the Krishan Rock story because I told you about twin flame. And the majority of you, well, all of you, I ain't gonna say majority, all of you that just got that call, okay? You all have a thing that's missing. And this is why I gave Krishan Rock her flowers, because we're all afraid of, what if it falls apart? What if I gave up 15 years of my life, 20 years of my life, 10 years of my life, 7 years of my life? All of you are at different places, all right? It took me so long because I was bad. Shit, I ain't afraid to say it, Linda. I was bad. I was out here living my best life, Linda. But the truth of the matter is, it took me that long because I was afraid, okay? Afraid. I done been through the rejection, and I'm rejecting him and he's rejecting me, but never have I made it to where we are balanced, meaning perfect balance. And now it's like getting to the door, and you're at the door and you're checking your clothes and you're like, oh my God, I got lint. Oh, fuck, why didn't I wear the blue dress? You're scared, okay? Never have I made it to the door. So nobody talks about that point because the majority of you don't make it. Okay? Nobody knows about that. Yes, you have your little gems that God throws you along the way when you're going through ascension. Oh, your twin flame reached out to you. They sent you some flowers. They bought you a little gift, but nothing popped off. Nothing popped off. Twin flame is deityship. It's leadership. It is very necessary to take this next journey, this next new age. It's there to show the younger beings under you what divine partnership looks like, how God intended for it to go down. Okay? That's what it's for. So, I promise you, by the time it gets to the point of getting into union, the lust is dead. That shit is dead. I'm telling you. Because the ascension between you and your twin is so tedious. It knocks everything out of you. I don't know the best way to describe it. Okay? All I can say is that you give up, but deep down in the back of your mind, you're just hoping that it still happened. But you give up so that you can still live. Some of you have gotten sick. Okay? I don't want to go backwards to the things that happened along the way. Like the runner chaser. Bella, tell me, because I'm going through this with this person. Listen, Linda. And some of you may say, well, Bella, that's unfair because you got new twin flames that are waking up. Listen, Linda. The deadliest catch. You that are supposed to make it into union have a deadline. 7/14/2023. All of you that are not in union by that date, okay? You might as well throw it away. And you may say, well, wait a minute, I said, there's so many questions I have, Bella. Like, what do you mean? Like, I can't answer your questions. I can't answer your questions because if this shit is just waking up on you right now, if you just found out that you met somebody 2 years ago and they're supposed to be your twin flame, chances are they lied to you. No. All the twins that are supposed to be in union have a deadline, that are here on this planet. Did you hear me? All the twins that are supposed to make it into union this lifetime are here on the planet already, have been through the ascension. And you have a deadline, 7/14/2023. Do you understand me? Okay, so what does that mean for the new babies that's waking up? Well, first of all, this is an old modality, number one. Okay, number two, the new beings that are here coming in, you know, the Generation X, Generation Z. Do you really think they give a fuck about a twin flame? Look at them. Pansexual, LGBTQ, LMNRS, and look at this. Seriously, all the twins that are supposed to make it into twin flame this lifetime are here already. Okay? Twin flame is deityship. I won't say it again. It's deityship. It's not about you like this guy and you've been liking him, you've been having a crush on him for years. Okay, well, go fuck him. That's not a twin flame. Twin flames, real twin flames, are leaders. We're spread all over the world. And we have a position to hold. Okay? This is not a crush or my ex that I was with 10 years ago and then I haven't seen him. No, bitch. No. What don't you understand? No. I've been doing this 8 years. All the twins that are supposed to make it into union this lifetime are here. You've already went through the ascension process. That's what that Revelations was about. It's open-ended. Period. Like, I'm not even going to begin to try to explain God because I can't. I cannot explain God. Okay? God meant what he said. I said what I said, Bella. All the twins that are supposed to make it into union. Some people believe that's the 144,000. It could very much well be. It could very much well be. That's the way it's looking to me. From the tribe of Simeon, from the tribe of such and such, from the tribe of... They're already here. So there's not going to be two twin flames just woke up to... Okay, put it this way. This is not... It's not going to be... I can't even say that. I don't know what to say. I can't even say, okay, well, Bella, you know, we just woke up 2 years ago, because it's possible. It's possible that you just woke up 2 years ago, but you better be in union by 7/14, Linda. Why is this deadline coming, Bella? Because the shit is about to go down. That's why. Okay? It's fin to go down. Period. Period. That's why I haven't been here. Because I'm trying... Okay. Get to it, Bella. Okay, listen. As I told you, it's not going to be easy. You have your fears. But we're end-time warriors, all right? When the two come together, they're deityships. And it is about teaching the younger generation under us. Can I be real? Can you want me to be authentic? Okay. At the end of the day, it's really just the last ditch effort to tell the people, it's God's last effort to tell these people, listen, Linda, you're screwing this planet up. All right. I did not make it for all this crazy mess y'all got going on. All right. Pansexual and everybody liking everybody and twisting stuff on. I didn't make it that way. It looks like a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah to me. It does. I'm telling you. Like, it's as if like twin flames or they're the last hope to shipping and shaping this planet. It's like we're there to serve notice, period. And you may think it's so insignificant because it's like, damn, you mean to tell me that's all my life was about? Like, like, yeah. Because when I think back on my life, I'm 40 years. I've known my twin since I was 13 years old. And we did all that just to get to this point. I'm just thinking of all the years I went through. But when you think of how unique and how intricate God is, like, I wish I could share everything with y'all. Oh Lord. I wish I could share everything with y'all, but I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. I'm trying to live, Linda. Okay? I am trying to get out here. Listen, I have been doing this for 8 years. Okay? 8 years. I have been here as an angel of light for you. You can find me. You know how to find me. You know how to book a reading. Okay? So for y'all that been hopping around, going to every little reader that tells you what you want to hear and shit ain't coming to pass in your life, it's finna go down. It is about to go down. Listen, Linda. All my prophets out there, all my twin flames out there, once you make it into union, you will be life partners. Okay? The twin flame title drops. Now this is your life partner. And I really think, like I said, not only is it a last-ditch effort, I feel like it's a last-ditch effort for God to wake the world up, but I also feel that it is God's last-ditch effort to give you everything that you deserved. Because some of you have been walking for years faithful to it, and it's like God's call. But see, this is the thing. You might say, well, Bella, what do you mean last-ditch effort? Okay, sorry about that. So you may say, Bella, what do you mean last-ditch effort? Like, what are you saying? Well, I haven't seen my twin in a long time. Oh my God. I haven't seen my twin since 7/14. Because wait a minute, what was it? 2 days before his birthday. 7/14/2022. That's the last time I seen my twin face to face. That's the last time I see my twin face to face. Okay? So I'm just thinking of that. Like, oh my God. Like, he gave me a solid year. A year goes so fast on this journey, especially when you've been walking for 10 plus years. It goes so fast. But it's by choice. Like, it's by my choice. It's just me giving up. Like, God said to me, Bella, if you get to 7/14 and you're not in union, it's already too late. So I said, Lord, what does that mean? And God said, go back to the dream. Now I'm going to share just a little bit about the dream I seen. I'll tell you just a little bit. I walked into the door and my twin was sitting there and he was holding a brand new little baby boy. And this baby was not mine. And I said to him, I had somebody's daughter, okay? So I knew it wasn't my kid. I said to him, you still want to give me my baby? And he said, of course. I didn't know what that meant. That little baby boy in his hand, I was like, what does that mean? Like, I never even questioned that there was another baby. What does that mean? Whose baby was he holding? You ready? Your replacement has been ordered. Make sure you like, comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, hit your notification bell. You want a personal reading? Allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. Okay? Listen, let me tell you something. I do not have time for games. I got 4 months. All right. I am one of those twins. I got 4 months. I'm not playing with y'all this year. All right. You need a personal reading. When I drop that invoice, you better get it paid. Because if not, I'm canceling invoices. I don't have time this year. All right. I got to make it into union. Like I said, my replacement, God told Bella Dutch, the Bella Dutch, the one that works for him consistently, have been all my life, your replacement has been ordered. Do you know what that means? What? You think I'm going to play with him? Listen, I'm not playing with y'all. Okay? I am so not playing with y'all. You better do whatever it is you got to do. Any means necessary. Get it how you live, Linda. Okay? Because I'm not going to bullshit with y'all. I'm going to move. I got to go. One thing that I missed, I wanted to explain to you, not only are you afraid, but also you're going to have to work under duress. Duress meaning that you could be sick, body's hurting, pain. I mean, everything on the planet is going to try to affect you and keep you from getting into union. You better fight like hell, because I'm going to fight like hell, okay? Sometimes I'm going to drop readings. Sometimes I'm not going to drop readings. I'm going to be going in, okay? I cannot have my replacement walk off with my alpha. You got me fucked all the way up, okay? I have not served this long to sit there and to be watching my twin. Linda, that's enough to kill me, okay? That's all I have left. That's the only thing I have left. My daughter's grown. She's in college. His daughter's grown. She's in college. Listen, I don't have time. I'm not bullshitting with y'all this year. You don't want to book a reading? That's on your ass, okay? If you don't make it into union by 7/14, that's on your ass, all right? When God puts his foot on my neck, I'm going to put my foot on your neck, all right? I said to you, you better catch me when you can catch me. I'll send you the invoice. You better get it paid right away. I'm not waiting on y'all, because I don't have time to wait. I got shit that I'm dealing with in my own life that I have to hurry up and ship in and ship out and get myself together, okay? But just know I'm going to be fighting with everything in me, and y'all better be fighting too, all right? Your leader's going to war, and I hope you are too. Until next time, thank you guys.